Hello, welcome again. We are covering the subject compressible fluid flow for civil services mains, IFS and GATE aerospace exam. So we are covering the topic or the chapter oblique shock and expansion waves, and in this we are covering the topic oblique shock relations. So in oblique shock relations, first we derived continuity equation, that is rho 1 u1 is equal to rho 2 u2, where u1 is normal component of velocity or upstream velocity, and u2 is normal component of upstream velocity. Okay. So and v1 and v2 are the initial or upstream and downstream velocity. m1 and m2 are upstream and downstream Mach number. Okay, and mn1 and mn2 are normal component of upstream and downstream Mach number, and mt1 and mt2 are tangential component of your upstream and downstream Mach numbers. Okay, so we have derived the continuity equation, that is rho 1 is equal to rho 1 u1 is equal to rho 2 u2. Then we derived from the tangential component of momentum equation that tangential component of velocity remains same, that is w1 is equal to w2. And then we derived from the normal component of momentum equation that the momentum equation is p1 plus rho 1 u1 square is equal to p2 plus rho 2 u2 square. So these are the three equations. First we have derived, that is w1 is equal to w2, then momentum equation normal to the shock and continuity equation. Okay, now we derive the energy equation. So the basic energy equation is h1 plus v1 square by 2 is equal to h2 plus v2 square by 2. That is energy before the shock, and that is energy after the shock. That remains same because there is no energy added across the big shock. But here we have resolved v into two components, that is u and v. So v square is your u square plus w square, and we have derived that w1 is equal to w2. So this v1 can be derived u1 square plus w1 square, and this v2 can be derived u2 square plus w2 square. So w1 square and w2 square will cancel out. So we will have energy equation as h1 plus u1 square by 2 is equal to h2 plus u2 square by 2. That is equation number 5. Now we have three basic equations, that is energy, continuity and momentum. That is energy, and this is momentum, and continuity is rho 1 u1. Same, all these equations are similar to normal shock relation, except one change, that in normal shock we are taking the absolute component of velocity or absolute velocity, that is v, but here we are taking normal component of velocity, that is u1. So that is the difference. Okay, so these are the three energy equation, and in this we will take normal component of velocity. So I will read this out also. Hence these equations are identical in form to normal shock. Therefore changes across an oblique shock wave are governed by normal component of that should be remembered. So we have to take normal component of the free stream velocity. Hence, so this is this we have analyzed in continuity, momentum, and energy equation. All other relations that we have derived in normal shock relation are also similar, except one change, that we have to use normal Mach number here instead of absolute Mach number. So we have derived the relationship between density ratio, that was rho 2 by rho 1 is equal to gamma plus 1 divided by gamma minus 1. Here in normal shock relation m1 was there, okay, m1 square divided by m1 square plus 2. Okay, but here in case of oblique shock mn1 has to be there, normal component. Similarly pressure ratio will be in terms of mn1, and mn2 will also be in terms of mn1. The relationship are same. In normal shock, here there was M2 and here there was M1. But now here we'll take Mn2 and here we'll take Mn1. So this is the difference. And how this Mn1 and Mn2 are found? That is found from the geometry of the figure. So here we can see that this is your M1 and this is your Mn1. Okay. And this angle is your beta angle. This angle is your beta angle. Okay. Or we can say that this angle is your beta angle. So this is normal component. So Mn1 will be equal to M1 sine beta. Okay, so that is your Mn1. Okay, and same way Mn2 can also be found out. So to find out Mn2, we have to find out this angle. So this angle is your, this is your beta, this is theta, so this is your beta minus theta. So M2 is equal to, sorry, Mn2 is equal to M2 sine beta minus theta. So M2 will be equal to Mn2 divided by sine beta minus theta, or we can say M2 into sine beta minus theta will be equal to Mn2. So now, or after finding out Mn2, we can find out M2 also. If we know Mn1, sorry, if we know M1 and this angle, wave angle beta, then Mn1 can be found out. So after finding out Mn1, using this relation we can find out Mn2, and then we can find out this M2 final, or the Mach number after oblique shock. Okay. And other properties are found in the same way as in case of normal shock, but with one difference. Here we have to take Mn, normal component. Okay, formulas are same, just we have to use normal component instead of M1. Okay, so this is equation number 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So I will read this part also. Hence these equations are identical in form to normal shock, therefore changes across an oblique shock wave are governed by normal component of free stream velocity. Hence same algebra as applied to normal shock equation, when applied to 1, 3 and 5 will lead to identical expression for changes and oblique changes across an oblique shock in terms of normal component of upstream. So this is the density ratio, this is your pressure ratio, this is temperature ratio. Okay. And after finding Mn2 we can find out M2. Okay. So now if we take theta as 0, if theta is 0, then there will be no deflection and it will be the case of normal shock. So there is some relationship between theta and beta, so we will drive that relationship. So just reading out this, here we emphasize that changes across the normal shock wave are a function of one quantity only. In case of normal shock, there was the relationship between the pressure ratio, temperature ratio, density ratio was a function of only the upstream Mach number. Okay. Now here we have we need to know two quantities. One is your M1, other is your beta. To find out Mn1, then we can find out the relationship